Hello, this is Torrin at Connect the Political Dots. I want to talk to you about BLM, Black Lives Matter. I want to talk about the inception of it, what it was built on, what its goals are, and what's going to happen if we allow Black Lives Matter to continue. I guess I first got to preface this with the history, my history. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I was around with the Black Pride, Black Power movement. I remember Malcolm X. I remember Martin Luther King. I remember these men getting on television, articulating, speaking, talking, telling everybody what the issues were and what they wanted. And what they wanted was to just leave us alone. Let us do what we do. We got this. We're men. We can handle our own business. Just get out of our way. Martin Luther King was peaceful. Malcolm X was a little more militant. But Malcolm X said, look, don't bother me. I ain't going to bother you. Let me be the man I am. Don't try to stop me. Who are the great articulators of the BLM movement? Who are the great orators? Who's going out there and articulating what BLM stands for, what their goal is? You know who's doing it? The media and this administration. Name me the great orator of BLM. Can you? Can you articulate what it seeks to do? I can. Here it goes. The Black Lives Movement, first of all, was built and created on lies. Straight up lies. And let me tell you what those lies were. Trayvon Martin, Michael Brown, Freddie Gray. There are others, but those are the three main ones. Those are the lies that built BLM, that keep BLM going. So you start with the lie first. The lie is that Trayvon Martin was an innocent kid going to get some Skittles and some tea, going home, hunted down by a white Latino, white guy first, white Latino that just wanted to kill a black man. That's all he wanted to do. That's what the black community heard. That's what they were told. That's what they spewed. That's a lie. It's a lie. Michael Brown, Gentle Mike. Shot in the back 10 times when he's on the ground. No. He was shot in the back, but he was running away from the cops. No. He had his hands up, surrendering to the police officer when the police officer shot him. Lie. All lies. Freddie Gray. 7-8 cops conspired to kill Freddie Gray. Lie. This is what builds BLM. This is what festers BLM. This is what the media allows to fester. Because they don't tell the truth. They don't report the truth. The truth always comes out in court cases. May get reported a couple of stations, but the truth never comes out. The lies persist. The lies persist. And those lies begin in the black community. That's where they start. What's the goal of BLM? Is it to help the black community? Or is it to get everyone to accept the very worst within the black community? You know, I remember a time when parents taught their kids better. I remember when mothers would say, I raised you better. You don't hear that anymore. Is anybody raising these kids within the black community? Are they being raised? If so, by whom and how? If Black Lives Matter cared about black lives, they would concentrate all of their effort in Chicago. Show me what you can do there. Show me how you can change the culture of blacks killing blacks in Chicago. Black Lives Matter, right? Do those Black Lives matter? Do Black Lives matter? If they did, If BLM went into Chicago and gave an effort to educate those black teens that are out there killing each other by the hundreds, I might give them some credibility. I might actually listen to them. But they don't care about those kids. They don't care about the black lives within the black community getting killed by black people. They don't care about the educational system within the black community that is not educating these kids. They don't care about the hopelessness, the lack of future these children have that gives them every reason to hit the streets and try to make a living any way they can, by listening to any street thug, by getting any gun. I saw a video that just happened this July 4th, where you have these teenagers flashing AR-15s, guns, Glocks with scopes on them. And they're just showing them, hey, where's Black Lives Matter when it comes to that? Where are they? Why does Black Lives Matter believe it can stop traffic in California? What gives them the right to do that? To stop other people from doing what they want to do? What gives them the right? Who are we to accept? We are supposed to accept the very worst within the black community. We're supposed to empathize with it and change the way we are because of the thugs within the black community. And I'm going to call them thugs because that's what they are. Trayvon Martin, thug. Michael Brown, thug. Freddie Gray, thug. Castile, thug. The end result of what Black Lives Matters is doing is basically going to take the power away from the cities and states and give it to the federal government. Don't get mad at the militarization of police forces if you're a Black Lives Matter supporter. When the tanks come rolling down the street in the hood, thank Black Lives Matter. When the national government puts a curfew on your neighborhood because there's too much crime and too much shooting, thank Black Lives Matter. Because you won't take care of your own children, of the people that live in your neighborhood. Black Lives Matter is going to make sure the federal government steps in and keeps you in check. Do not accept, do not empathize with the very worst of us. That is a prescription for a police state. You know, I'd like to think that there would be an organization out there that cared about black lives, that was going to do right by them, instead of keeping the status quo and trying to profit from it by trying to control everyone by using the black community. Black community, stop lying to yourselves. Stop accepting those lies. Fight those lies. Take care of the people within your own community. Forget about Chicago if you live in Detroit. Take care of your own house. Take care of you and yours. If the black community took care of itself, took care of its people, was a neighborhood, was actually a community, we wouldn't have these problems. But we've allowed the federal government to come in, put us in housing, put us in zip codes, put us in schools that trap us. And it's meant to trap us, to miseducate us, so that we cannot go out there. You know, 50% of the adults in Detroit are functionally illiterate. 50%. Functionally illiterate. If Black Lives Matter really cared about black lives, they'd be in Detroit.